trained as an actress because I would find myself I would find myself auditioning for things, and then if I would get the part or get close to the part, I'd be like, do I really want to be doing this with my life? Like, it didn't sit with me well morally. I think I thought about myself growing up and how I was always going to the cinema and looking for how to be a woman in the world and not often finding the question answered. And so I think I feel some sort of, I don't know, some sense that like it's so important to put out better representations of women. And so writing then becomes a big part of that, because you hope that you can write women that are, you know, strong and vulnerable and sexy and smart. And
I felt that way in the East.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad you did. You know, she's a complicated character and she's not easy to get along with at first, but I think that it's sort of doing something different with women in cinema.
Right. So this is a piece that Mike wrote and directed. Are you going to be in the directing seat at some point?
I get too much pleasure out of acting. I find that really hard and overwhelming and challenging.
Yeah.
And writing I find even more difficult. So between those two things, I'm tapped out.
Well, thank you, Brit.
Nice to meet you.
Mike, can I grab him?
Hey, how are you?
And we love it very much. Sarah.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Ready?
Nice to meet you.
Getting to a scene.
Meredith, my presentation. I think that it's so great.
It as well.
What you're doing as a writer.
Where I asked how much similar questions.
Ask me anything you want.
So you were talking about finding a space for young women in film. What do you say to a woman who wants to start making something and doesn't know where? Like, how did you start?
I think that part of it is finding other young collaborators. There's so many young people who want to do stuff. They want to make stories that matter. And I think we were really lucky because Mike and Zola sort of banded together early on and helped each other out. And you need someone to continue supporting you when you're broke and you don't have any money and you're tired and everyone's telling you that your dream is crazy and that you should give up. And you need a couple solid bros to be like, no, keep going, I believe in you, you're good. Yeah, but I think it has to just start somewhere. It's always intimidating to open up the laptop and stare at the blank cursor on the page and be like, do I really have anything to say or anything of value to offer? And then you somehow have to just like plow through that. And I think the more women that do that, the better off we're all going to be, because we're sort of dying for the female perspective.
You definitely made some headway in the more out there science fiction, darker sides of like the human or like superhuman realm. Are you particularly interested in that? And have you ever want to do like a large budget sci-fi movie or something?
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm just into good storytelling, and so if it's being made for $100 million or $10, I'd be excited about it as long as it's a good story and a good character. And I do think that sci-fi is an awesome way to invoke a sense of wonderment and awe, and I think that's why I still go to the cinema anyways. I want my mind and my heart to be blown, and sci-fi I think is a cool way to approach that. But I think it has to be balanced out with a human perspective at the same time. There's a lot of movies disappear into like CGI spectacle, and those don't move me as much as the stories that like are also grounded in really inhuman drama.
Right. Well, I feel like bringing the two questions together, I feel like sci-fi is really, when done right, it's really women friendly because of like the imagination, and there's so much good sci-fi is so intuitive.
Yeah. I mean, just like Alien. I mean, I watched that film again recently, and I was like, God, this movie holds up. It holds up so well. It's still provocative, 30 years later. So, I guess we have our work cut out for us women who are writing and directing and producing and acting to keep upping the ante.
Two more questions. I know this is not your first rodeo. What's it like being at Sundance now that you're a little bit more established, or compared to looking back at your Sundance? What was your first Sundance like?
Oh gosh, it was like, I can't even describe it, because you're so filled with doubt and you really think, can I do this for a living? Will I ever be able to make a living at this? And then to see your work that you've been making on your own with friends of yours for a while, just like meet the world and to see the world accept it and embrace it and be excited about it. I mean, it's a transformative experience. You are one person before that and another person after. And I think after you have to just be really vigilant and keep struggling to like sort of strip yourself bare and make sure you have something essential to say. Because if you don't, you should get out of the way and let someone else say it.
Yeah. My last question is really easy. Who would you rather be? Katniss?
You don't want to give it away.
Bella or Hermione?
go with Hermione because magic powers. I mean, come on, all those girls are badass, but I wouldn't mind having a wand and being able to conduct a few things.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you.
Chicago.
Yeah,
Where did you go to high school?
I actually left before then, but I grew up in the city and then Winnetka and Wilmette, and went to Sacred Heart and Harvard Woods there.
Yes. Oh, that's awesome. Wait, Sacred Heart in
Winnetka.
No, I didn't know that. But I'm from Chicago.
Oh yeah, of course. I have friends who went there too. Nice to meet a fellow Chicagoan.
There's not many of us out here.
No, they're not.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Brit.
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
No, it's different.
I would like to speak with you.
All right.